The best game you ever pitched would be what? What's the best game you ever pitched?
Hands down, 2012 NLCS Game 5 in St. Louis, elimination game. But I think just 6 years of poor performance with the Giants after a huge contract and able to come through and kind of help save the series and then get back to the World Series there where we won. But that game for sure was my career game for me.
Why is that? Other than just obviously the stakes, but why would that be?
I just really tried to validate and, I tried to prove that I was worth the money for a lot of years, and I went through a lot of spiritual battles and spiritual journeys, and I recently just kind of finished this in a book, so it's fresh in my head. But for me, it was like I signed this contract. I tried to overperform, throw a shutout every game. And so finally, by that point of 6 years, I finally realized, like, man, just be who you are, even if it's 85 and, and a curveball and a changeup, just do that and see what happens instead of psyching yourself out. So I was able to do that and, even lay down a bunt and got a ribby. I mean, it was a magical game for me, but, it just helped kind of deliver what I always wanted to deliver to the fans of San Francisco for bringing me over there, which was help win a World Series,
It's amazing to hear, too, Barry, because what's the mental aspect of pitching? I mean, really, you've mentioned a couple times about, about what goes on between your temples and how much that must be so difficult. But it just looked so many times that you were in such great command, certainly in that postseason, a 1.69 ERA in that postseason. I remember, obviously, the A's-Yankees games that used to be must-see television back in the early aughts when you were a Cy Young or winner. What is it about the mental aspect of this game that's so difficult?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's a team sport, but in a lot of ways, it's an individual sport, because it's pitcher versus batter. It's almost like a tennis match. I mean, you're just staring down, 60, 80 feet away, and you're staring at your opponent. And so, I think it's like a lot of things in life, Rich, which is, do I trust myself or not? And so, pitching is, I trust, I may not trust that I can strike this guy out because I can't guarantee that. I can't control that. But if I try to dominate the things I can control, which is, time up my delivery and release this pitch, and commit to the pitch 100%, then that's good enough for me. And so I always had my biggest success when I could say, I might get my butt kicked today, but at least I'm going to, promise that I'm going to do my best on every single pitch. And that is something I can control. And so when I could get into that headspace, man, the results were always pretty darn good. But when I was trying to prove to the world that I could, win a game or strike this guy out or, be the man, did not go well.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.